Hey everyone, welcome back to By Its Cover. I'm Leah, and today we are talking about the His Fair Assassin trilogy. So just a quick overview, if you haven't heard of these books before, they are by Robin Lefevers. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it might be French, actually. That's because this book is a historical fiction set in medieval France, more specifically, a duchy that used to be on the corner of France called Brittany that was engulfed into France. I say these are fiction, but they do use a lot of real life historical facts to back up the story. The places and many of the names of prominent figures were real. The part where it gets fictional is that these books are about girls who get taken into a convent and trained to be assassins, which still isn't outside the realm of possibility, but some of them kind of have magic powers. They don't call them magic powers, but poison doesn't work on them, or you see a mark if someone's gonna die soon. So that's where it gets fictional. So like I said, these girls are taken to a convent. There are 3 of them that meet in this first book, become friends, train together for several years, and then split off onto separate missions. I'm only telling you this because book 1 takes place in the point of view of one character, book 2 takes place in the point of view of a second character, and book 3 takes place in the view of a third character. But they are not all happening simultaneously. They are still chronological, where one mission happens, we switch characters, it is the end, usually the end of mission 1, and then their mission is starting, and so on and so forth. I've only read books 1 and 2 currently, but I'm pretty sure I have the gist of it now. So let's get into the review. I had a lot of trouble finding information about these covers. You'll notice book 1 and 3 I have are paperback, and where the jacket info is usually listed on the back cover, it is not. So I had to go into book 2, and where it is normally in the back of the jacket, it is not. It was in the front of the jacket though, so we finally got that down. The jacket art is by Richard Jenkins. And on top of that, I could find almost no information about Richard Jenkins, or there's a bunch of other Richard Jenkins out there that are like lawyers and doctors and I don't care about. But anyway, back to important stuff. I did find out that the map is by Cara Lelewin. I am probably butchering that. There are 4 L's in her name. The title font is Engraver's Gothic FS Regular. I think it's pretty plain, and I kind of like it in contrast to the medieval setting instead of going with the expected hand Gothic calligraphy lettering. They were nice enough to list the body copy, which was Adobe Garamond Pro. And they also use this script font a lot, which is called P22 Cezanne. Cezanne after the artist, I guess. The covers are fully varnished, and the title has a very slight amount of embossing to raise it up. Honestly, these covers were a huge part of why I was interested in reading these books. The kind of dark, cloudy settings, the girls in bright, elegant gowns, but with weapons. I'm a sucker for that. But it did make me think that these were set in the UK, maybe Ireland, Scotland, or even possibly Scandinavia, Norway area because of her fur collar there and the long gown. It does not scream French Renaissance to me, especially as you're reading and hearing descriptions of the dresses that are all velvet, brocade, lace, bodices, corsets, that kind of stuff. There is a theme throughout where each book is giving a different color to represent each girl. They each also have their own signature weapon with them and are set in a different location because, like I mentioned before, they get split up and go to different places. I couldn't find any info about the photography used for these, if they're stock or were shot for these covers, but I will say that in terms of setting and character descriptions, the one I believe most is book 3, Mortal Heart. Part of that's a picky thing of I just think her face matches what my brain imagined best, but also the setting because this girl stays back at the convent and you got this stone castle behind her that looks very convent-y. I don't like how book 2 was not really given a true background. I think she's supposed to be in a tunnel or cavern, which relevant, but not the main setting. Could have been better. And this is the one that really made me think Scotland, Ireland, Norway, so I just blame that on this one. The colors are carried around to the spines where you have little embellishments to reflect their colors, as well as these wolf icons that are used frequently throughout the books. It looks like a woodcut dingbat. I couldn't find what font it was used from or if it was hand drawn for this. And I'm not really sure the symbolism of it. They don't really talk about wolves at all, but it's kind of cool. Like I said, I only have one hard copy, but the one I do have, the end pages match the outside, so I would assume each book would have its corresponding color end pages. And the naked cover was left blank except for gold gilded on the spine with that wolf again. So yeah, in terms of these covers, I was super excited when I picked them up because of the covers. In relation to the story, they're not 100% accurate, super great, but all in all, very interesting. Thank you so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Go check out some social media channels if you want to look at more book covers and typography that I enjoy. And I'll see you all in the next chapter.